do we want to see this every year? Absolutely. You know,
That beats,
who's not trying to watch this game?
yeah. There's conversation to replace the All-Star game with this as like a Four Nations type thing. Any thoughts on that?
Be preferable to the current state of it.
I mean, I think the players want to play for their country rather than their conference. You know,
And
and if you can only add more countries, then well, to your point, I totally agree. Just make it bigger and bigger.
You see,
Take an all-star break,
yeah,
but instead of being just an all-star game or skills challenge, it's, right the fastest.
I was gonna say, like, remember
You can play some. You can play some more
Yeah.
games because the guys want to play.
That's a great point, Sean. Go ahead.
No, yeah, like Kucherov during the skills challenge, not
Last
even
year.
trying, getting booed. Yeah, no,
Yeah, he was just
it'll keep being like that if they don't do something.
Yeah, and then
Similar problem in the NBA.
Yeah,
The
can't talk about
NBA is just the pinnacle of what you don't want your all-star break to be. It's just a joke.
who are the
Nobody cares.
two guys that were just tossing the ball?
Yeah, so Team Spurs, Chris Paul and Rick
Oh
Rubio,
yes.
they were trying to bend the rules a little
Mhm.
bit on the skills challenge. You're supposed to shoot a shot from around the court, and you have 3 chances. If you make it, you move on, or you just shoot all 3. What they did is they just kind of threw the balls up. Shot them. They both did it, and the time was crazy fast.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got
threw the balls a little.
Yeah.
And then they eventually had to qualify for that.
Yeah. But then meanwhile, you got
You got
people
3
from the-
fights.
you got 3 fights in the USA game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 3 fights. That was one of the craziest things. I mean, we all knew that there was bad blood between USA and Canada. All of them had talked about it.
Oh, sure.
But then in the first 9 seconds to have 3 fights, I mean, Matthew Tkachuk starting it off with a huge tilt. And then you go right to Brady and then right to JT Miller. All 3 of those USA stars trying to go ahead and spark something for the team because they knew it was going to be hard playing in Canada, playing in Montreal, in Centre Bell. Like, you knew it was going to be tough playing there. And seeing how it ended up turning up, I mean, I think it was great for the sport of hockey. Yes, everyone is trying to get away from fights, but you still have still have fans that love seeing that. And the league, I think, wants to get away from fights.
Yeah.
You don't see enforcers anymore, aside from like Ryan Reeves and
Matt
Matt
Rapinoe.
He had a very questionable penalty today. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Well, we'll talk about it in a
That
little
was-
bit. But anyone else, any final thoughts on that?
The one last thing I will say is, so with the fights at the beginning, usually you'll see that on like big rivals, like
Montreal, Boston.
Montreal, Boston, Calgary, Edmonton,
Yeah.
Leafs, Boston. Anyone against Boston, but
Pittsburgh, Philly, like
it's really cool to see it in a game where this is the first time these players have been on a team together, like all of them together. The first time they're playing against this team with all these players together. This wasn't the championship game that had the 3 fights. This is the first meeting in the first
round robin.